Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 6 of my farming simulator series here on my channel. It is fantastic to have you all back once again, and I'm feeling good today. It's started off a good day today, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. So it's lovely to have you all back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lots to do today, a very exciting episode today, and we're going to try and cram it all in as fast as we can, and try and not go over 40 minutes or so. But yeah, so thank you so much everyone for the support on the previous video. It didn't do quite as well, but I'm not sure if that's because of YouTube being a bit weird about it or actually just not being quite as good a content this time. But I'm hoping that this one is going to make up for it, because today it's harvest time. We are going to be going over there and harvesting. Now, we have 26,389 euros in our bank account. We also have 4 pallets of goods to sell. We also have 53,000... can't see it anymore. Roughly 53,000 litres of silage at a 92% fermenting level. So we better get all that as well. Now, we're going to need that because we're going to need a harvester, obviously, to do this. Now, I have thought about leasing one and doing it that way. But we're going to need a combine. You know, we're going to really, really need a combine. And another thing I want to say thank you for is on the previous episode, helping me out with your thoughts on mods. Now, just to ease some anyone's fears or anything, I would not get any mods that, you know, affect gameplay too much, or mods that are just off a random page with weird prices. I've only gone and got mods that you can download from the title page of the actual game itself. So these are trusted mods by Giants. Giants go, yeah, we like these ones. These have good prices that are suitable. Here you go. Now, so if we go to look to this, and we go into, let's say, harvesters, we have all the usual ones, and supposedly if I scroll right to the end here, yes, okay, so we've got a few here. We've got 3 mods here. Huh, that one's more than it said it was on the thing. Anyway, so obviously this would be the starter one we'd look for, but part of me is quite keen to go for something like this Stutzfar at the 50. But that means we have to double our money. Now, we're going to see how we do with how much money we can earn. But, you know, we're going to be careful. We could very well end up with this little Stutzfar. Not even Stutzfar, it's just far. But we'll see. Because we've also, obviously on top of that, we've also then got to go and buy the header for it as well, which is another 5. You know, which is why, you know, actually you're not getting 50 grand to get the harvester. You're getting 65 and 70 for this other one. So, yeah. It's expensive. And so to do that, we're going to need to sell our silage. So we're going to whack the speed up just a little bit, up to maybe 10 times. And that gives us a chance to, not do that, to check out prices. Now, I do apologise if I sound a bit weird. My hay fever is going bonkers today. And no, it's not the grass in the field in the game. It's the grass outside, because they've been cutting the hay in the field next to me here. So, yeah, I live in a very heavily agricultural area as a farmer myself. Yeah, I need tissue. Hang on, we're going to have to mute here. Okay, so if you hear any moments when I suddenly go quiet and there's a bit of a muting moment or a cut, ignore it. That is me trying to blow my nose. That's it. Right, where were we? Silage. Look at the prices. We are in July, so the lowest they can go, really, but 157 is a little bit up. So animal dealership is where we're going to have to do it. So now literally just need this. And the water's been sprayed inside these greenhouses. Now, on the mod front, there's been some great things about this mod stuff, and it's not just machines. It's also in, not this button. What was it actually? Maybe it is this button. Where's construction again? Here we go. Construction, because if we go to animals and we go to a free range pastures, for 9,000 we can get a free range pasture, and we can actually extend our sheep out and we can get a 50 extra sheep. Now, if you think this is not right, then by all means go for it. But 9,000 euros for some fencing, to me, is fairly accurate. You know, that's why I don't really get this one. I mean, it's 26,000 euros to put up how many square meters of fencing? Well, the reason why this is free range is actually I don't think this even has a fence. I think that's the whole point of it. There's no fencing on this. So to me, the value of it makes sense, and we could definitely put it, you know. So this is all the loading area. So we could put it this angle here. Yeah, because you can see the little yellow things over there. So we could so easily just whack it there, and suddenly we've got loads more space for our sheep, which would be awesome, you know. And we've got this for all of them as well. We've got free-range pigs. We can do horse paddock. We can do cows as well. So suddenly we can start to get a load of sheep and animals in here as well, if we want to. So that's something for the future. There's also a load of decorating possibilities as well. So if I quickly go back to that again. Hopefully I can click the right things. There we go. Decoration. Now, I don't think I downloaded much on this actually, but yeah, you can get so many walls and fun, you know, decoration packs and stuff. There's so much we can do. You can get gateways, you can get just everything. It's fantastic. It's really, really cool. 96. So yeah, lots to think about there. Right, we'll take a quick cut and we'll come back when this is ready to go. Okay, so we've just had the call out up there in the top right corner. I think it's just hiding behind my logo a little bit. It's done. And there we go. So why does it do this? I want it to open all the silo. Oh, don't do this again. Anyway, right. Okay, let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. We want to do this as soon as we can, really, because time is of the money, literally. So, we're going to put our weight actually on the back of our tractor. So if I actually pop that, let's not lose it in the field, but that there, spin round, and here we go. It is silage time once again. Now, where did I put that weight? Who can see it first? Oh, there it is. God, it's really hidden. It's like I knew. Okay. Now, before I actually do that, that's probably not in a great place, is it? The trailer. So why don't we actually quickly drop that down again? Just maneuver the trailer into a better position. I'm actually going to turn off tooltips because they're going to get in the way today. If you guys know a shortcut for getting rid of the tooltips, I've seen Daggerwin. If you haven't seen Daggerwin, by the way, I'm sure you all have if you're watching Farming Simulator videos. But I saw him do it. He kind of flicked on and off tooltips, and I'm really intrigued to see how he did that. Now, how am I going to do this? Let's put it like this. Our neighbour is unbelievably patient with us, isn't he? Let's put it like that. But yes, if you do know that little tooltip, that'd be very helpful. There was a floating crow just there. Did anyone see that? Okay. Right. It begins. Cool, that did open up, which is good. This is a long process. So, I think it's probably time for a little time lapse of me very slowly doing this. So, enjoy the Farming Simulator music. This will probably take me however long, but we'll see you when we see you. I suppose we can actually probably take this full scoop with us, maybe. So let's maybe do that. Just a little extra stuff, you know. Right. Well, we'll whiz over to the animal dealership because that's where we're going to go. And this is definitely a dangerous idea, isn't it? Okay, well, classically the biogas plant is the furthest away of any of the biolocations to us. So that's pretty standard. But we are going to get a better price for it. That's the main thing. So that's pretty cool. I will just reduce time down to real time. But it's not actually far off what the time is in real life as well. Because I got off early this morning. Cracked on lots of things this morning. Oh, the train is just there. Oh, hello train. Right, okay, so here we go. At the biogas plant. So how does this work? So I guess that's a tip point for it. But if we start with this one, that is basically 1,000 litres. It is terrible. So how do we do this? We're going to need tooltips on for this one to make sure we don't miss something. The last thing I want to go and do is tip it somewhere weird. But I'm hoping, because it's just in this area here, I'm hoping that I should be able to just tip. Need the money to go up as soon as it starts to tip. Yes, okay, it was. Cool. Oh, we're not getting much money at all. Wow. Wow, wow. So we're going to get about 1,500, aren't we? 1,570 per trailer. Obviously a little bit extra on it as well. Okay, so wow, it's really not very much money in silage at this time of year. If we were to get it at the right time of year, how much would we get? Well, I mean, still not much. You used to get so much money from silage, but you really don't this year. Wow. Okay, well, I think what the thing to do right now is for me to empty off this silo completely. We should probably get, you know, to doing like 10,000 litres at a time. We should be able to do 5 trailer loads. So we're going to get about £7,500 out of this. So pretty terrible, and yeah, we're going to really struggle to get a harvester just off the silage. So we're going to have to probably then sell our wool, sell our strawberries, sell everything. And hopefully we'll just have enough to get ourselves over the line into getting a combine. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. But here we go. Right, back to doing a lot of loads. See you probably either halfway through or once I've completely done the silage loads. Probably when that happens. So see you in a bit. Well, this is less than ideal. It's July and it's absolutely chucking it down. Now supposedly this is going to end at 5 o'clock this evening, and it is currently 4:30, which is pretty good. As you can see by our money, we have 34,000 and the clamp is empty. So, not the best in the world, but it means we're going to sell this stuff too. Now, I was tempted to let this one go to full. We actually could do that and sell some of these now that we're practically full. Actually, shoot, we've got to do this. So yes, I think we are going to sell these because this is producing it like crazy. It should just stock it up though inside. Yeah, look at that. So we'll be okay. But yeah, I think we're going to load these up, which is really, really exciting. So to do that, we need to put them in the trailer. Now obviously we can't put them in this trailer because the sides are on. And what we can do is we can drive to the shop and we can actually modify the trailer itself and basically put the walls down. So, hoping the rain's going to stop in 20 minutes or so. We really need it to, so that would be good. But yes, let's go to the shop and basically get this modified. But it looks like we are going to be going for the little harvester. But part of me is still tempted, depending on how much money we get from all of this tomato, lettuce and stuff. If we actually get towards, I don't know, 40, 50,000, We might go for the big one, but I'm not sure right now. Now, I believe that if I park this up here, get out and go to here, this one, customize. There we go, and it doesn't cost us anything. And there we go. Fantastic. How cool is that? There we go. I'll go around this side. Okay, so it's time to get our first greenhouse goods on the go. Now this is quite exciting. Now, I quickly want to check where the prices are good, because if they're all good in the same place, then that's fantastic. If they're not, I only want to load up certain things. So what have we got the most of? So that's your strawberries. 1, 2, 3, 4 strawberries. Okay, 4 strawberries, and they are best. Well, that makes it easy. Well, that makes it all really easy, which is fantastic. Turn the beacon off now. Don't need that anymore. Right. There we go. Nice and gently with our strawberries. The last thing I want to do is go and damage them now. Now I'm a little bit too close here. Nice and gently with these. Right. Ooh, should not have the front weight on the front right now. Okay, let me get these on, and we'll see once they're all hopefully in place. So once again, we're exploring slightly new areas, which is very exciting. So there is, I think the supermarket is just around the corner here. Oh, taking all the signs out again. Oh, heavy braking there. Wow. I'm really glad these straps do work, otherwise we'll be chucking fruit everywhere. I can't go in that way. Here is the supermarché. But here we go. How much are we going to get? Nerves, nerves, nerves. Right. But it is selling. And we're not getting very much for it. Really? 1,400? Are the prices really that bad at the moment? So it's lettuces is what we really want. They're selling at, you know, a lot more. Wow. Oh, we're really struggling for money today. I mean, we have enough to get this one, so it's looking really unlikely that we're going to be able to get this fella here. Now, obviously we could take a couple of loans out, get a loan of 20,000 out. But if I look at this right now, beacon lights cost. We need beacon lights. I have to go for normal. I'm not changing much about this, but oh, it's looking expensive, expensive, expensive. Design color. Obviously, you want to go for the cheap one if we did. And it'd be really nice to get a good combine of this size. It holds 5,200 litres. It's just because this thing doesn't hold anything. It holds 1,500 litres. And I feel like we're going at it for bleeding ages. Can't change the wheel setup for any of them. No. So So that's just adding on about 10 horsepower. It does have a beacon. It is tiny. Oh, this is tough. And then this thing, I think it's quite big as well, isn't it? Maybe it is too big for us now. Maybe we should be starting with humble beginnings and just focusing on that. So I'll get out of here now without jackknifing the trailer too much. Maybe we sell our wool as well and just see how much we get for that. I mean, how much is wool selling for at the moment? Selling for 910 here. I mean, I think we might have to go and sell our wool as well. I mean, we need a combine quite badly right now. Right, let's go load up the wool and come bring it back here and sell that as well, because we're going to need every penny we possibly can. So we'll see you when we're coming back down this road. Okay, we're heading back. Now, are we going to get to the road and through the road before the train gets there? No, we're not. It's beating us. But we are all loaded up, which is the main thing. And we're all ready to go. We have 2,783 litres of wool. And I reckon we're probably going to get £1,000 for it. Which would be a lot more than in real life, because in real life you get absolutely bugger all from wool. No, so you hopefully realise that I know this because we've had to deal with it. But the wool is nothing. We've had to change and actually use local people. Ooh, wrong button. Use local people to try and spin our wool for us at a better quality, and then we can sell it on Etsy to try and get a bit more money, because it's an absolute nightmare. But here we go. 1,000, please. Ah. Well, I am pleasantly surprised. And it does mean we're not actually that far off. You know, 40,000. Which makes me very tempted to go and get that big harvester. Contracts. Let's look at some contracts as well. Baling can go away, but cultivating, we could very quickly. It is the same kit, so we could hire it for one, and so we'd get just under 3,000 for that one, and we'd get just over 2,000 for that one. That's an extra 5,000. Okay, so that is the contracts on field 17 and 18 done, and now I know it's a bit empty there, but if we go to contracts, both completed. So now we can collect and collect, and suddenly we're up to 42,000, which is good, which is brilliant. Now look at the other contracts. Obviously these are the baling ones, and I'm not going to touch these with a long stick because yeah, it still wants me to wrap them. Tedder, turn it over. Tedder, amber. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. I really want to do it. I may do it. I may do this one because it's just mowing, tedder it, windrow it, bale it, put it on. There's no wrapping in there. So if it allows me to do that, and the fact it says draw it with a tedder, then bale it. Makes sense. And if we can get that 14,000, that would be super helpful. So much so, I feel confident about this one. Look at the gear we've got. Some good gear here. Some really good gear. I think we're going to give it a go. And worst case scenario, we'll get the same thing as last time where we'll actually earn some money. And yeah, it'll be okay. Cool. Right, let's get to it. Again, it may or may not show some of this. We'll see, because obviously I wanted to try and get the harvesting done in this episode too. And there's so much to do. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it is the moment of truth. Now, I had a little bit of a hiccup because, firstly, the bales is complete. Let's focus on that. Baling is complete, it's done, and we got, I think, 13,800 from that. So we're now up to 52,000, and you might be going, hang on, you're missing almost 5k, they should have a lot more than that. So, there was this quite a cool little mod in the mods list that I looked at, and I thought it was quite interesting, which is called the supply and transport mod. And basically, what you do is if you can supply this amount of whatever it is, so 31,000 or 7,000 that, or 152,000 of manure, they'll give you this. And I thought, stupidly, that it was literally you go and pick it up from somewhere to give it to someone else, and you're kind of the transport for it. Forgetting that the keyword there was supply. So I do it, click on the first contract, and have the problem of contract holder will be charged for missing products. So thank God I didn't click on this one. I clicked on one that was 4,000 to give it a go. But I then realised I couldn't do it because I don't have that stuff. And then suddenly I got charged 4,100 because I couldn't complete it. So that was pretty stupid. But we have 52,000. We need 65,000. So what we're going to do, and I have made a decision. You may think it's silly. I think it's okay. We are going to take a little bit of a loan out, and we're going to go for the bigger Dutzfar Starliner. So obviously we could have gone for the little fella, but just I feel it's sensible to go for. And I'd actually love to go for the New Holland here because it seems a really cool colour. Part of it's actually still a bit tempted to go for it. 55,000. What's the difference between this one? So tank 5,600, 5,200. And they both do almost the exact same crops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, they'll do the same crops. That's fine. 160 horsepower. It's actually more powerful, this one. Interesting. But then the other thing to look at is headers. If we scroll over, there's a 4 meter header. There's a 4.2 meter header. Interesting. It's annoying because I really like the colour of the New Holland one, but we're going to go for the Dutzfar. Let's do it. Here we go. Our first major purchase. Now, design colour, we're going to go take off the 200 for that, but we are going to put 200 back on because we need beacons. We're going to want beacons. Where are we going to want the beacons to be? On the side, on the top, on the back. So if you were driving alongside, you want them both. There we go. Now you might think that's silly, but I just would like to have it like that. Now tyre type. Quite like the slightly bigger tyres here. I think that's quite nice. Okay, 50,200. It's going to leave us with €3. That's not. That's 2,003 euros. But here we go. Here's our big first purchase. There we go. Wow, we have no money. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go on to, before we even look at it, we're going to go onto our finances, and we are going to borrow 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Not going to look at it yet. We're going to get everything for it first. And then over, get the Dutzfar crop dividers. No, we don't need them. Buy. Ready? Oh yes. Oh yes. I think it's a good. I will stand by the decision because we're gonna make some money now. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And it's having a cab because we can work through the night. We can get our big lights on. Yeah, this is brilliant. I mean, you can't see anything out the back. I'd like to have realistic mirrors. Is that a mod? I mean, the mirror positioning on this is terrible. Is it rear-wheel drive? Yes, of course it is. It's a combine. That's fantastic. Oh, look at the moving parts. I am more than happy with this. And also, it's just quite a cool name as well, Starliner. Big fan of that. Right, so let's pick up a little header. And let's take this bad boy back to the farm. Okay, so without further ado, I think we crack on. Now, my only issue here is that the highest price place is way over in that bottom corner, you know, far as possible, which is a bit annoying. Now, I looked at some of the other prices, and basically the supermarket isn't that different. I mean, I know it's 60 per 1,000 difference, but if we show that, you know, it's just there. You know, it's a lot closer. So we'll have a think about how long it's going to take us to do all this. But I think without further ado, we really want to get this going, to be honest with you. Unfold the top. I think we're pretty lined up, aren't we? Almost. But we're finally going to be harvesting. So. Well, let's go. Our first bit of crop. Oh, this feels good. This feels really, really quite good. Right, don't think we're missing any. No, just gonna be a little bit careful of that. Last thing I want to do is go and miss any. A little bit close. Yeah, we're looking good. Does that lift up? I don't know what the lift up button is. I can just turn it off. I don't really want to keep turning it off and on again. Right. Okay. So just from one row we've got 600 litres of it, which is pretty cool. So we shall keep now just cracking on with this, and as soon as we get close to a full load, I'm probably going to whack a worker on, grab the tractor, fill it up whilst it goes, whiz it off to the supermarket and just see how much we get for one trailer load. Hoping to get, you know, if it's just shy of 500 per 1,000 litres, and we're putting in about 10,000 litres, you know, we're hoping for 5,000 a trailer, which is going to be a massive boost when, you know, we're already a tenth of the way. Yeah, that's like 500 quid already now. So that's pretty cool. So why can't I raise it up? That's why I want to quickly check the tooltips. Okay, well we're going to start going with this, and we'll then see. So is there a? There really isn't, just a up and down. Another thing I think about is the straw swath. Actually, I think we're probably just going to mix it in because we don't have a baler for now, and I think mixing it in is going to help with hopefully the yield of the next crop, I believe. And because of that, yes, I think we'll disable it. There we go. I'll turn tooltips off, and we'll crack on. Okay, so our fill indicator has started to come on, which is quite exciting. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to whack a worker on, hop over to here, lights on, need the rear lights on as well. God, this is going to take me back to last summer. That's exactly what I used to have to do. Actually feels really realistic right now, having done it. Now hopefully he's going to put his pipe out. Yeah. It's a lot easier than in real life, that's for sure. In real life it is tough. And you've also got to balance it and move it along. But it's really hard to judge distances in this game. So what I used to do, I used to fill the front up a little bit to get the weight, because it wasn't a dolly like this, it was a 2 wheels at the back Bailey trailer. I did judge it quite well actually. Oh, he's done. He's happy with it. Yes, I had 2 wheels, and so yeah, you fill a little bit out the front, get some weight in there, and then from the back you then just slowly, yes, put the auger to the back of it, and then slowly slow the tractor down as in alongside the harvester to allow the auger to come forward. So that's what you would do. I'm actually going to take control again because I just don't want to spend any money on using a worker right now. But yeah, no, that was always really quite fun. Anyway, let's quickly finish the field off. Okay, so that was really quite quick actually, which is fantastic. And we're going to get just shy of 1 trailer which is, you know, annoying but acceptable considering we haven't fertilised it, we haven't rolled it, we haven't basically focused on getting higher yield bonuses. There we go. Just going to grab that little bit over here that I missed. Yeah, you know, it's I don't think it's terrible what we've got here. So I'm not disappointed, I'm not upset. I think it's very, you know, reasonable. There's a lot of stones here, so I intend to, you know, lease a stone gatherer, because the stones will affect... Have I picked that up? Yeah, I did pick that up. Yeah, stones are affecting our yields. Right, that button. Out comes the auger. Should just be able to see it. There we go. Perfect. Oh, and you can see the grain tank going down. That's really satisfying. Just want to keep filling it up nice and evenly. Ooh, you don't want to miss any. I think I'm a little bit too close this side, but just keep edging forward. And there we go. Do you know what? I think I've actually been pretty perfect on that auger placement. Well, that is fantastic. We've got a fairly full trailer there, so just for a second I shall park this here. Turn off the lights. Now, I'm hoping about 10,000, but we're not quite. Oh, 99% full. That is absolutely perfect. Well, because it's just one trailer load, we might as well go to the higher priced area. So if I go up to prices, barley, Felsbrunn. Let's go to Felsbrunn, which is, we know where it is, it's quite far. But let's whiz there. Let's see how much we get for all this. I'm very excited to see this. Our first load of barley. 8,000 times, so 8 times 500 really, isn't it? So hopefully getting about £4,000, or 4,000 euros I should say, from this, which is, you know, without any yield boost, as I say, you know, no fertiliser, no, you know, clearing of stones, no rolling, no things to really help it out. That's actually not bad. And we can kind of judge that now. You know, an unfertilised, you know, boosted field is one trailer load, almost exactly. I wonder if I got those little extra bits, I might have actually been able to fill it up. Anyway, for now, we're going to whiz to Felsbrunn, which is not the supermarket, obviously, and we'll see you there. This is exciting. Okay, so I think I have worked it all out. Now, I believe that I can drop... Oh, damn, the train's just arrived. That's the worst timing. I believe I can drop... I should have rented him. No. My trailer of grain into that silo over there. It will then be stored in these silos here. Can I come through, please? Train's gone. Oh, so that's the train. That's the renting point there. Okay, brilliant. Yes. So what I can do is I can here. We're going to go over to here, and we are going to tip our goods into this silo. Now, I'm just going to double check. This is, yes, it's a drop point, so that's fine. So it should not, I shouldn't get any money for this. This should just be it storing in here. Perfect. Okay, so it is just storing. That's fantastic. So, okay, so 7,930, I think it was, litres of stuff. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we will... What's really handy is this is really close to us, actually. All that work to drive it to the other side was not necessary in any way, shape or form. What we can do is we can turn off the tractor. We can then quickly be naughty and jump the fence, run down here, run. Ah, but that's where I want to fill from. Is there not a renting place higher up? I think there is. I think there is. Go quick, go quick, go quick. Okay, so this has actually worked. It actually worked. Basically, I want to start filling my barley. And if you look right at the back there, it's filled up our barley. Oh my god. Okay, let's turn the engine on. And let's go. Oh yes. This is fantastic. And all we've got to do now is just sit and enjoy the ride, because I believe this is going to take us the whole way. Just quickly turn off. It's going to take us all the way to exactly where we wanted to be going to. So, oh, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. What a way to finish the episode. So I believe it will go straight on. Yep. So we can also fill up our silos here and fill things in here. You can rent the train from here. Go straight on. And supposedly, when we get to the end here, when we get to that Felsbrunn bit, it's probably going to kick us out of the vehicle and say, do you want to sell your crops at Felsbrunn? We are going to say yes, please. So through we go. Through the other station, through the passenger station. Another rent train point. This is the one we were just at a minute ago. Keep going through. 18 kilometers an hour through the town. This is brilliant. What a fantastic function to have in the game. Okay, here we go. We're closing up. So I thought you could fill up from here. We're closing up towards the Felsbrunn point, and hopefully it's going to kick us out. The train will now drive to Felsbrunn and return it elsewhere on the map. Do you want the train to sell the load of goods at Felsbrunn? Yes. And we've got £4,224. And it costs us €48 to lease it. That is fantastic. What a brilliant, brilliant thing to add to the game. Wow. And tomorrow, as in August, sorry, we can then harvest our wheat and sell that as well. So that's really exciting. So yeah, love that. Big, big fan of that. So we're actually then going to call that episode there. Really fun how we can actually load our grain up here for a much higher price, as it's so close to where we are. Rent the train, whiz the train across the map, and sell it for a good price. Only taking a few euros off to actually rent the train itself. Very, very exciting. So yeah, call the episode there. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. The next one's going to be hopefully just as exciting, with harvesting all of our lovely wheat here. Probably getting this all cultivated up and ready to go for the next crop. Because we want to start paying off debts, get our loans paid back, and then also start to turn this off. Start to get things for fertilizer equipment, and then more wool. Any more fruit? Not yet. Yes. So be able to get fertilizer equipment as well, and basically just start working on increasing yields and getting into a rhythm of going grass into silage. Crops being those two parts, the greenhouse and the sheep. Store, stack, sell, earn. And on that bombshell, thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.